Good evening, Collective. I hope you're doing well. I was playing with my other deck here, the Witch's Tarot, and I was asking for a message, a collective message, for specifically my subscribers. So, with this collective message, there is a message. So, I thought I'd come on just to share that with you. Because it may help you with some clarification. You may be feeling stuck. You may be feeling like there's a lot of things falling apart, maybe being destroyed in your life. It's all falling down around you. And the reason why I say this is because the Empress in the upright, she's a creator. She's someone that likes to create, and she bears life. So this very well in the upright could represent a pregnancy. Okay. However, with it being upside down, we're talking about destruction. This is a very upset Empress. Let's just say that much. But as a collective message for masculines and feminines, I do believe that our emotions are, I don't know, they're feeling a little down, confused, mixed up, destructive, maybe. We're kind of in a position of depression, maybe. Um, However, the ability to let things fall where they may is to be able to evaluate the current situation. Now, up in the head, up in your mind, we've got the Two of Cups, and it's in the reverse. And I think this is something to do with a disconnection of our emotional side and our connection with self, specifically. And it is to the precipice of the Empress reversed. In essence of, we are going through a dark night of the soul as a collective. Okay? And this isn't pretty. It's not easy. And you must show compassion to yourself and others, no matter what. Because everybody's going through this in different intervals of their life and understanding. Okay? Now, in the heart space, we are with the High Priestess, and this is also reversed. Okay? Now, this is using your inner energy and power to your advantage, finding the balance with that, utilizing your own personal magic, intuition. Okay? Now, with this in the reverse, I do believe there very well could be a disconnect with a lot of the collective. Being on autopilot, going around on autopilot, not really wanting to experience the moments that you're actually having. You're just kind of going along with the flow of things. You're really not looking at things for face value. Okay? You're realizing the destruction around you. Okay? When the tower shows up in the past position, it's showing reverse. Okay? Now, when this tower happens, this is a crumbling of your reality. This is a crumbling of who you are. This is a crumbling of who you were in a toxic, quite possibly toxic situation that you might be releasing yourself from. And this is for your betterment. This is for your elevation. Okay? You've already been to, when it's right side up, you're going into it. You're going into this destruction and rebuilding of who you are. It's like your life and who you are is going through a renovation. You're going through a makeover. Okay, sometimes you need to take down what no longer serves you and create something in a better perspective that's going to help you elevate. And in order to do that, we need to tear down. We need to remove. We need to dispel. We need to banish. We need to cut cords sometimes. Okay? In order to make room for those blessings and new opportunities to come through. Now, with this in the reverse, okay, this is your coming out of that. Okay, you've already kind of went through that darker part. Now we're coming up and out of that. And you're wondering, okay, so now that I'm this new born spirit or soul or whatever you want to call it, now that I've gone through all this letting go, who the hell am I? Okay, and this is where you get to build with passion. This is where you get to use your creativity to create something of a foundation that's suitable for you. Now, for the foundation and the footing, you want to make this like solid, as solid as you can. Okay, and this should be by your own action. This should not be in a reliance of other people, because they can take their reliance away. So this should be on a self basis where you're not having to rely or be codependent on somebody else in order to create that foundation. That creation of the foundation and footing should be yours alone, on your own foot, on your own feet, with your own toes. Okay, this is crucial for rebuilding your fortress within yourself. This is rebuilding your temple within self. Okay, this has nothing to do with an actual dwelling. Okay, this is your temple of self, of what you stand for. This is built with integrity. It's built with compassion. It's built with love, forgiveness, communication, class, understanding. Okay, so you're coming up and out of that. Now here we are with the Seven of Swords. Okay, this is talking about putting the sword down. Okay, now this is about communing, calling it truths. Now this is my intuitive version of this. Okay, there's a bunch of different meanings for the Seven of Swords, but this particular deck, this particular card, I'm switching it up. I like to switch it up and kind of take into the intuitive aspect of this. Okay, everybody's hurting right now. Everybody's on edge. Okay, this is the current situation, current collection of collective energy. Okay, and this is the current moments. Okay, this could very well be the last month into the next month. Okay, that we very well could be feeling this. Okay, now this is the time of just taking a breath, taking a moment, taking really seeing what the deal is. Okay, the situation with this. Okay, there needs to be communication. There needs to be a truce. There needs to be some sort of a level playing field in which to work with. Sometimes the crumbling of things as a collective, sometimes the crumbling of things makes room for opportunities. Okay, of settling differences, of maybe seeing things from different perspectives and being able to communicate to better the understanding. Okay, so a lot of this is having to do with communication and putting your sword down and understanding that, what, maybe we just need to take a moment to just assess our own and to check ourselves before we do something stupid. The reason why we're checking ourselves, we got the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay? Now, in retrospect to the Ace of Swords, that's truth coming forward. That's communication coming forward. All right? With the Ace of Swords reversed, I look at that as lies, deceit, rumors. Okay? And considering that, it also very well could it very well could represent exposure of lies and secrets. Okay? So as a collective, this very well could be something to do with our communities. This very well could be something to do with our countries across the globe. Okay? Now, we got the High Priest coming up, and this is then the attitude and relation aspect to it all. We all need to remember who the hell we are. Okay? We are all beacons of light. We've all forgotten. Okay? I don't come on here and do these readings and act all special and shit. Okay? And say that I'm the only one that can do this, because I'm not. You have this within you. We all do. And the moment you take a moment to recollect that and understand that, yeah, you do have something about you that's very powerful. Okay? With the right environment, you could very well create life. You could create things out of nothing. This is how we've come to the world we've come to. Okay? You are creators of your reality. And it's how you show up that matters. So this is a question. How do you want to show up? How have you been showing up in the past? And how can you be a better impact on the world around you? We got the Nine of Wands coming sitting out here, and it's also reversed. The Knight of Wands, it's talking about taking a knee, taking a step, seeing things for what they are, regardless. And this particular card, it's showing the wands through the mirror. Okay? It's about going through reflection on your actions. It's about taking a moment and checking yourself. Right? And this is the influence. This is your forward moving influence. Okay, so if you're feeling stuck, this is about going inward, seeing it for what it is, and utilizing what you learn in that experience to move forward. Now, your hopes and fears. I got a cover. We got the universe card coming out. Okay? And the universe card is talking about being connected with your higher power. It's about being connected with and knowing that Spirit's got you. The Divine's got you. Okay? This is something that you should not be afraid of. Okay? A lot of religious sections out there, they focus on having fear in the Creator, having fear in the higher power, and that's not the whole thing. Okay, that's not what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about unconditional love and acceptance and understanding. Okay, we are here having a human experience, trying to gain knowledge through our experience to bring back to source, to bring back to that universal spirit, that universal consciousness. This is our whole experience here on earth, to be able to relate to other people, to relate to ourselves, to know that we're not alone, to know that we're connected to something so much bigger. And that goes through our heart space. Okay? So this is talking about, not being afraid that you're here in a divine purpose. And it's, this is a confirmation to you to know that, yes, this is the case. This is the case. This is what the deal is. Now, we got the moon coming out, and this is the final card. Okay, this is your outcome. This is about you getting back in touch with your emotions and your heart space. Okay, this is about returning to the love of self. This is about returning to the love of the Creator. This is about balancing out the darkness and the light. This is about showing compassion to your own personal darkness that you've gone through in your life, to allow that to empower you to become that inner warrior, and to allow that to push you forward into your best, most authentic life. There are lessons in every single thing that we go through, whether it's good or bad. And these lessons are golden nuggets of information that we have for ourselves and for our own understanding. And that in itself can be our testimony. We have that ability, we have that for us to go forward with. So we've got the Queen of Swords reverse sitting on the top. Okay, this is something that you might not know, something you're not aware of. The Queen of Swords reversed, this is talking about lies, this is talking about deceit, this is talking about rumors, this is talking about jealousy, envy. Okay, this energy is very manipulative. They like to use communication to manipulate. And as a collective, could very well resonate with this. There's a lot of lies and deceit happening, and there will be disclosures on that. Okay? The High Priestess states that, especially with the attitude in relation to the whole situation, we are all waking up. We are all starting to remember. We're having no choice, because there's got to be more than what there is currently right now. There's got to be more to this than what we're experiencing. And I think a lot of you are actually asking that question, and you're looking within to find the answers finally, because that's where you need to look. You got to stop looking outside of yourself. You're not going to find it. That's where the delusion is. It's outside of yourself. You need to work within yourself. Work with your deep inner knowing. This is why we have this available to us. We're made to believe that we're supposed to be working for the American dream, yet they're ripping it out of our hands. We got the Ten of Pentacles here. It's reversed. A lot of us are waking up now to the truth. Okay? Because a lot of us have half-decent jobs out there, okay, with a half-decent pay. And you haven't been able to save what you were able to save before. Everything is so much more expensive. Okay? And they're wringing out the economic cloth. And this is what they're doing. It's unfortunate. But we're becoming aware of this. We're becoming more awake. And this is your confirmation. You're not losing it. You're not crazy. Yes, this is happening. I can't show that card either. We have the Strength card coming out. Okay? Now, the Strength card is talking about finding that inner warrior. It's talking about finding that inner strength. It's about going into the deepest parts of you that's screaming to rage out and using that and transmuting that rage into something powerful, something more powerful, which quite possibly could be compassion, could be forgiveness, it could be understanding, it could be setting a boundary for your own personal self-care, peace of mind, and safety. It's about putting your foot down. It's about creating the ability to stick up for your own self and the people that you love around you. We got the Seven of Pentacles coming out, and this is talking about, you know, looking at and being in awe of all that hard work that you've put into what you've done to create a stability for yourself. And now you feel that because of the Tower, it's coming down and crumbling around you, that you've done it all for nothing. And with this renovation and makeover, you're letting go of a lot of shit from the past that no longer serves you. And this realization, this reflection of all that hard work is helping you elevate to a new position. Okay? Spirit's cleansing all that shit that no longer serves you out of your life in order to make room for more blessings coming in. So at the same time of having to let go of certain things and certain people and certain jobs or certain aspects or even certain modalities in your head of how you thought, even thought processes, okay? The victim mentality that you might have held for quite a while. You know, maybe the fight or flight, constant warrior kind of mentality. Maybe you're taking your guard down a little bit, but allowing yourself to be aware if there's any red flags, you're still, you know, you're still in that fuck around and find out attitude, but you're more or less letting your guards down and waiting for the red flags to appear rather than be constantly on guard all the time. Okay? So the Seven of Pentacles is talking about, you know, sitting there and being reflective on all the hard work you've put into it. With it being right side up, it's not all for nothing, okay? There's a reason why everything is happening the way that it is, in order to clear out stagnance, in order to clear out some sort of red tape or whatever the case may be, in order to clear out a way. It's like a plow clearing the roads of the snow in order for it to be safe to drive on. It's kind of the same deal. Okay, it's going to be a smoother ride from here because you have done the work. Okay, this is also about getting in touch with your higher power. Okay, and being free and, you know, being connected and understanding that the idea through this is that when you are in your heart space, in your mind space, in your soul space, all balanced, and you've done the work, you've done your shadow work, you know, you've created a temple within yourself to create, to be able to have the ability to create in a way that's beneficial for the collective. Okay? Having that connection with the divine and with your higher power is paramount to that, because spirit works through you. And this happens when you recognize that connection you have with the divine. A lot of us are kind of scared to love because we've been hurt. Okay, a lot of us are emotionally unavailable because of the pain that we've suffered. And the situation is that, yeah, we've suffered because we've had to rely on others in order to get what we haven't even given to ourselves. With this codependency, we abandon ourselves. We expect somebody else to take care of us while we take care of them. It shouldn't be that way. We should be able to take care of ourselves first. We're more powerful that way. We're able to do more that way. And then work and collaborate with others, however that may be. Friendship, relationship, family, whatever the case may be. When we rely on others to fill that love cup, they can take that love back at any point, and then it's empty. When we are worth more than that. As a collective, we are worth more than that. We should be able to fill our own love cup. Okay? And if you're having a hard time finding love for yourself, find love with your higher power. That is the best, most wholesome source of unconditional love you could ever receive. It heals the soul. And once you feel that through your heart space, ironically, it brings you to a whole new level of understanding, of strength, of courage. You're not alone. Spirit's got you. The divine has got you. The divine opens your eyes every morning. It blesses you with a new day. It blesses you with a warning when you're not in a good place, mentally, emotionally, physically. Your heart will start beating faster. It happens when you're dizzy. It happens when you're scared. It happens when you're nervous. It happens when you're filled with anxiety. It happens when you're sad and angry. It all goes back to your heart space. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll realize it. Start within you. The magician. That's a good segue. Once you realize you can balance out your heart space and create your own little sacred temple within you, that is your safe place. That is where you go. That is where you have that unconditional love available to you at a moment's notice. It's just a thought away. Once you have that built for yourself, you are the one that chooses to allow those special people into that space, to allow them to hold space in there. And you choose to whether or not they want to be there or not. You are in control of kicking them out or keeping them there. Any love they want to add to your cup, it makes it runneth over. It's running over anyway. Once you are in balance with your heart space, you're not looking for that yearning for that from other people. You're realizing your own importance. You're realizing your own worth. You have everything within you to create your reality the way you want it. You are a beacon of light. You are a conductor of energy. You are a walking conductor of energy. A walking magic wand with ability of compassion, thought, creativity, intuition, and action. How do you show up? How do you want to show up? With great power comes great responsibility. To have good intention, to go forward with mindfulness, to try to make a good impact on the world rather than a negative one. have integrity, compassion, forgiveness, love, understanding, protection, peace of mind, and empowering yourself with the knowledge that is within you. If we were to all take in heed of this specifically, we very well could rewrite history, and we very well could change the world. We're all constantly looking to other people or other services, or other aspects of the world in the physical 3D to do certain things to better this conglomerate of a collective, when it first starts within ourselves, of what we will and will not tolerate. It starts with us, every single one of us, on a single individual basis. It's how we show up with our intent and our integrity and our mindfulness and intent. Five of Wands, talking about confrontation, right side up, standing up for what you believe in, conflict, 10 toes down. Finally saying this is enough, no more fighting. We're putting the sword down. We're all hurt beings, lashing out and bleeding out upon the collective. If this resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, you probably recognize it. The people that are not dealing with their shit, they're not sitting with it, they're sweeping it under the rug, are literally bleeding out all over everyone around them. Okay? These people are starting to understand what they're doing. They're starting to understand their actions. They're taking a step back and checking themselves. It's about bloody time. Eight of Cups. We're talking about walking away from that what no longer serves our emotional well-being. It's about allowing your emotions to flow as they are and going through those motions. Understanding that it is needed in order to heal, in order to purge, in order to allow the release of, in order to make room and to strive forward through the new horizon that is in front of you. That the best is yet to come. And although it takes letting go, again, it is removing and allowing room for the blessings to roll in. This card is talking about entrapment. This is the last battle. Okay. Nine of Swords is talking about being of your own demise due to quite possibly self-sabotage of your shadow self. All the bitterness, all the hate, all the sadness in your life is holding you back from your blessings. And this is why it's so important and predominantly crucial for us to have a ability to express ourselves, so that way there is a better understanding across the board. And when we do not feel heard, when we do not feel like we have a voice, it slides us into this shut down victim mentality. We're not being heard, just shut the hell up and just go along with it. Well, it gets to the point where we can't go along with it anymore. And then the tower hits. So this is the last battle before cutting the ties. So there very well could be communication to either end it all and be done with it, or to smooth the waters, or to let bygones be bygones. There seems to be one more communication or conversation that might need to happen in order to get a better understanding or better communication, or on a different playing field. Because deep inside of yourself, deep within yourself, your soul, your heart space that you've been working on so hard, we're coming out with the Wheel of Fortune. This is the wheel moving in full rotation. Okay? What goes up comes down. This is about karma being reaped and sowed. Okay? This is about things closing and things and opening up again. You know, seasons ending and new seasons beginning. And the blessings that come with each season. Okay? And being in reverence of that. To know that that season specifically is behind you. Finally, you can take a deep breath. And you can exhale all the shit that no longer serves you. And you can move on, unstuck. Finally, the wheels are starting to move. They're not spinning anywhere. For a while there, we weren't getting traction. We weren't moving forward. We weren't being able to keep going. We were barely holding on. Coming into this new season, we're going to have that ability to keep going. And blessings are on their way. Nine of Pentacles. This is you nurturing your ability to create something for yourself, for a change. It's about personal fulfillment. It's about personal stability, choosing you. Yeah, she is preggo, mind you. But it's a new idea. It's a new ability to have your own stability, have your own creations, have your own legacy. Right? So this very well could be, you may be bearing a child. It very well could be new ideas, depending on the situation. We got the Princess of Pentacles. The princess, particularly, she's very vibrant. Okay? She's got a lot of energy. Okay? She hasn't been taken out by the world yet. Okay? She's got an innocence about her. And she goes forward with stability in her mind, body, and spirit. Okay? She's moving forward, sharing integrity and honor and reverence for that connection that she has with Mother Earth. The Pentacles is an earthly basis. So she's showing reverence to Mother Gaia and the energies that are around her. Being in connected with those universal energies. Even with the moon. It's kind of coinciding with that bit too. as well as the universe. So this is almost as if it's the Empress being reborn, or the never-ending story where the princess got a new name. The Three of Cups. You have a lot of hard work done. With the Seven of Pentacles and the way that things have been moving around, you're coming into more of a connection with self. You're coming into more of an alignment with who you are. You're starting to remember who you are and what you represent, what you stand for. With this Three of Cups, we're talking about a celebration and in honor of, okay? And this is with your soul tribe, okay? These are with people that mean a lot to you. Very well could be you mean a lot to them, and they're showing you recognition and celebrating you. Very well could be a lot of different things. But there's celebrations to be had. Okay, there's recollections and there's achievements to be recognized. Okay, you're coming out of a dark time to show yourself compassion, to show yourself a time of reverence that, you know what, I did get through it, I survived it. And I'm still fighting. There's still a warrior within me. There's still a healer within me. There's still an observer. I still want to learn so much more about this life that we have. And it's about living in reverence of that. You've got the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is about a bounty. The Six of Pentacles is about sharing as a community and balancing that out. Sharing your wisdom, your qualities, your talents. This is about the balancing out of the give and take. This is the balancing of where you and how you can show up in the world. And what can you provide the world as a good impact, something solid, something you can sink your teeth into, right? How can we all make that impact upon the world that's going to benefit everyone as a collective? How do we want to show up? Mr. Pentacles is working on his bag. This gentleman right here is solid in his integrity, solid in his foundation, solid in the in the rebuilding of his fortress. This man stands on business, and this is the type of energy that we very well could be focusing on now. Focusing on our stability, focusing on our prosperity, our abundance. Focusing on our inner growth, our connection to Mother Nature, and how we connect to the bigger thing, whatever that might be. Okay, going within, allowing our emotions, okay, going within and using our intuition and our inner voice is a big thing. No longer questioning it, allowing it to guide you. Now you know that it's your inner voice. If it's showing you something of importance to you that's going to help you better your understanding, okay? Something that leaves you depressed or something that leaves you failing is not your inner voice, okay? That could be a silent voice in your head that was predominantly geared into your head growing up, where you weren't good enough, or whatever the case may be. The tables are turned and you come full circle. And now you know your potential. Now you know what you are creating. And now you know what you can bring to the table. You've done the work. You've done the inner work. You've done your shadow work. You've done the work to understand the reality around you, and you've done your best to bring yourself forth in that energy. Whether you're masculine or feminine, you can still have the king energy. Okay, this is about the hunter, this is about the provider, this is about the protector. 10 toes down. Okay, this one doesn't play. He's very honorable. Okay. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is talking to me right side up. This is about the accumulation of your bounty. This is the accumulation of what you put together. This is it being fruitful. This is it creating a bounty for you. This is it validating all that hard work and all that sweat, blood, and tears that you've put into something. Okay? It is producing now. It is showing you what you are actually capable of. Okay, and you're kind of in an aspect of it all showing it off that, you know what, no, I know what I'm talking about. And it's partly going through all this work that you've gone through. It's coming to the realization of what the actual hell you're here for and what your purpose is. And that is coming to light. All that is, when you go through the darkness, okay, anything done in the darkness comes to light. So all the work going into the darkness and shedding the light on that darkness is creating a new understanding, a new perspective. You're utilizing that to make that your testimony. This is the reason why I am the way I am. This is the reason why I do what I do. And you're standing in that authenticity officially. You're no longer questioning yourself. You're no longer questioning your inner self. You know what you stand for, and you stand 10 toes down on it. We got the Three of Swords here. And this is the shit that comes back to haunt you. Okay, this is the shit that you're still heartbroken over. This is the betrayals. This is the lies, the deceit. Okay, give it up to the Creator. Give it up to the Divine. And walk through that door. Because people are going to show you who they are, regardless if you like it or not. And all you need to do is look for the red flags. The red flags are there, and they will show you who they are. And when they show you who they are, trust them. Trust them to show you who they are, not through their words, but through their actions. Okay? And then you can act accordingly. The Death card. Just like the Wheel of Fortune, where the tables do turn, and doors close, and new ones open. This is another aspect of that, where, again, old paradigms that are in your life that no longer serve you, they fizzle out. And this is the acceptance of, okay? The tree knows that it's not going to die, but it understands that it's going to lose its leaves in order to grow new ones. Is a good analogy as to what this is talking about. Okay? Just because something dies off doesn't mean that it's the end. Okay? This doesn't necessarily mean death, because with death there comes renewal. Okay? We have all these ancestors here. Okay? With these ancestors, they're watching. They lived their life so that you could live yours. And to honor these ancestors and honor the seasons of your life, to where we all level up into the next season, to our existence, to our awareness, to our ascension, into the best, most authentic version of ourselves. Okay? The ability to have that, and to the ability of having the ability to close things out, to make, again, room for the blessings to come in. We got the Six of Swords here. Okay? This is about the great eagle. Okay? And a stork feeding her babies. The blood, sweat, and tears that the mother goes through to feed her young. Okay? The sacrifice that she makes. The lessons. The understandings, the communications. To move on and to soar from baby to adult. To still progress towards the shining of your light. The shining of your inner light. And the sacrifice that goes with moving on and moving forward. Taking the lessons that you learn, moving into your next season, and utilizing those lessons to better your situation. Allowing them to be stepping stones to move you forward. To new opportunities. We got the Ace of Wands. To new ideas, to new passion, new gifts, new abilities, new directions. But having that inner knowing, that intuition, that drive, that inner fire, that inner knowing to gravitate you towards something that is a benefit to your higher self. What new ideas are coming into your mind, into your heart, into your headspace? Could you be holding on to $1 million idea? Could you have one in your back pocket that you could be initiating? Is this something that might impact the world in a benefit? How would you go about executing that? Having the courage, having the energy, and having the inner fire in order to provide that. How are you going to show up with this new opportunity that's coming forward? The Eight of Wands. This is finalizing intention. You are nearing the end stages of your elevation and your glow up, your step up into your next season. Okay, we're going into spring soon, out of winter time for the northern hemisphere. Okay, opposite for the southern. With this coming season, what type of passion, what type of inspiration do you have? What's the writing on the wall? What is your vision board? What do you have on your table? What are you going to be focusing on in this next season that's going to bring you to your next level? This is something to be thinking about. Okay? In order to manifest the life of your dreams, you need to be thinking about this. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 2 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? And what type of impact are you wanting to make in those intervals of time? Make a list. That list, make an even bigger list of little steps in between those things of how you're going to receive that. How are you going to reach that goal? And break them down into littler steps of, okay, so how am I going to get to this step? Okay, there's this, and this I have to do. So take them out one at a time, until you obtain that, what you're looking at. This is about finalizing everything before you move forward into your next season and how you're wanting to show up. This is you dotting the I's, crossing the T's. It's almost showtime. You know, it's literally 5 minutes till showtime. Are you ready for the stage? Are you ready for your glow up, Mr. DeVille? We got the 10 of Wands. We go from the the 9 of Wands was there too, but we go from the 8 to the 10 of Wands. Okay? This is like almost like a time jump. Okay? We are literally jumping timelines, whoever this collective is. Okay? And how you do that is through self-awareness and understanding what no longer was serving you and banishing it out of your life and letting that be in the past. And you're literally an arrow being pulled back and then shot out into your next season. Okay, that's the equivalent of going from the 8 to the 10. And you're going to shoot what you aim at. So dream big. Okay? Dream big into your next season, because miracles are going to happen for you. Okay? I'm speaking that right now into existence, that miracles are going to happen for you. Yeah. Miracles are going to happen for you. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here. She's the most stable in the deck. Okay? She's a fuck around and find out. She's a businesswoman. She's the one that takes care of business. This in particular energy coming forward, this is you focused on your dream and going forward with that. Okay? And this is an energy that you need to try to focus on and keep. Okay? Because this is going to drive the ability to move forward even better. But the Queen of Pentacles, she's very focused. The Prince of Cups, he's talking about opening up his heart again. You know, opening up his heart after healing. Now, the Prince of Cups, he's very innocent as a prince. Okay? Really hasn't seen the world all that much. So he's very innocent with this love. So this is very well could be an energy that you might be due to the past and letting go of the past. This is very well could be a new energy for you to maybe bring yourself to within the romance of emotions. Okay? And within yourself. Okay? Being compassionate with yourself, as well as others around you, of course. The Three of Wands, all the hard work that you put in has been noticed by your ancestors and by the people before you. They lived so you could live. And this is a confirmation that your ancestors are proud of you for fighting through all of this to get to where you're going. There will be awareness of this. There will be signs of this. So show gratitude to your ancestors for fighting so you could live, that you could bring yourself to this moment, and know that they are always with you on your journeys forward, that things will all work in divine timing. Everything will fall into place. And as soon as you start to connect to that divine energy, it will give you those updates that, okay, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to go on. This is the feeling you're going to have. Enjoy the abundance. Enjoy. But you have to tune into that. The divine connection that you have with Source, there's nothing, there's nothing, there's nothing better. I can't say this enough. The Four of Wands, working with the divine, working as a team for the divine. The Four of Wands is the commitment to the divine, commitment to your soul tribe, to your purpose, commitment to your universal family. I think I'm going to end it with this one. The King of Wands. This is a very, very, very passionate fellow. This is someone that likes to use his intuition. Okay? He's very creative, very fiery, very passionate, very confident, has a lot of courage. In the upright position, this is a man that likes to shine the light, not only for themselves, but for others that are having a hard time to see. To be that example upon the world and the collective, to going forth, living with integrity, living with passion, leading by example, with courage, respect. You are right where you need to be in order to learn the lessons you've learned. In order to get to where you need to be, you need to understand these lessons. One step, one moment, one breath at a time. So overall, we very well could be dealing with the deception of others. We very well could be dealing with the deception of many conglomerates of services that we've tried to rely on, that have duped us, that have lied to us, all for the mighty dollar. We are becoming aware. And now that there is awareness, we can act accordingly. It is our right. With our own understanding, going forward with good intent, without hostile means, moving forward with compassion, understanding, and forgiveness. It's time to put the swords down. It's time to realize that we all have the ability to make our own individual impact. And it's how we individually show up that is going to change the world. And it's up to us. I want to thank you for the support. I want to thank you for the donations and the subscriptions, the comments, the likes. If this resonated at all, you can hit the like button. Feel free to comment on the bottom in the comments there. And I'll see you in the next video.